An Education 2.0. An Education 2.0, Peter Nevelsteen.
The question we most commonly ask children is, what do you want to be when you grow up? Contest chair, Toastmasters. I knew exactly what I wanted to be. Because I was lucky enough to have a babysitter that gave me just the right amount of love and support to make well thought out decisions about my future. That babysitter was cable TV. So when I grew up, I thought you only really had two options if you wanted to be successful. You either became a fighter jet pilot like Tom Cruise in Top Gun, or you became a professional boxer like Rocky Balboa, with the Eye of the Tiger as the soundtrack to your life. Now I wanted to become a fighter jet pilot. And as the years went by, I got more and more determined. Until D-Day. Now D-Day in my vocabulary means Dad Day. Because that was the day that my dad picked me up gently, as fathers do, you know I did that, yes. And he put me down even more gently. And then he said, son, be realistic. The chance of you becoming a fighter jet pilot, that's 1,000,000 to 1. So from now on, I just want you to study hard, get a normal degree, and then get a decent job. Okay? But no buts. That day, my dad shot me clean out of the sky. My plane, along with my aspirations, were coming down hard and eventually crashed. That day, Peter the pilot went missing in action. Now in school, same situation. We even had a teacher who assigned us with an essay, what do you want to be when you grow up? But he warned us, like teachers can do, to remain realistic, because none of you would become famous musicians or famous actors or athletes, even fighter jet pilots or doctors, according to him. Can you believe that? This man, a teacher, who was supposed to be our beacon of light in the darkness of puberty, who was supposed to help us to achieve our full potential. Instead, what did he do? Oh, he collected our dreams, all right. He said, come, give me your dreams. Here, give them here. Oh, you have such nice and fluffy dreams. Is that pink? And then he squashed them. But hey, what are we talking about? This happened 15 years ago. That's a long time. We're humans. We evolve, you know. Or do we? See what I have here. I have a plate that my son received when he was 12 months old. And the plate says, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know what babies do when they're 12 months old? They put one step in front of the other. That's hard enough at that age. They don't have to start thinking about what they want to be 20 odd years from now. Talking about building expectation from an early age on. That's unbelievable. Secondly, I have a list here. A list that displays the results of a survey done by a human resource company. They asked people which would be the most wild, the most attractive profession they could recommend to their loved ones. They could use as much imagination as they wanted. Here goes. Engineer, architect, IT consultant, teacher. Now, don't get me wrong, I do not want to offend any of these professions. They're good professions, but it's not what springs to mind when I'm thinking of the most imaginative or the most attractive. We're also in awe of people like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy, Michael Jordan or Pablo Picasso. We have posters of our heroes on our walls. Or am I mistaken? And is there anyone here who has a poster of his IT consultant on there? That's fine, that's fine. Then why, when it comes to advising our nearest and dearest, how can we forget about the entrepreneurs? How can we forget about the artists, about the designers, about the professional athletes? And Toastmasters. How come we forget about the public speakers? Everybody knows public speakers have changed the course of history. They can make people act. But when it comes to the list of the most attractive profession, there's no public speaker. See? I've had enough. And that's why, right here and right now, in front of all of you Toastmasters, I'm taking a pledge that when it comes to the upbringing and education of my own son, I will not raise him with expectations. And I will encourage him to use his imagination as much as he wants to. And all I ask for you is to do the same. And then I know that together we can create an education 2.0.